Good afternoon, everybody. David Roy Fulton, Photography.com. I am going to show you how I use the clone brush to remove objects. I took a picture of this barn one morning a couple of days ago because I just liked how the road leads into the barn and there's a little tractor there. I did see the telephone pole, but I knew I could get rid of this right here. The little white posts, they kind of lead into the barn, so I might keep them there, or I might remove them. I'll be teaching clone brushes in Photoshop. This is Corel Paint Shop Pro 7 and also in Lightroom. All of the programs that you'll be using are basically the same. You just have to figure out how to use them. I'm going to show you how. One of the first things you have to understand is you have different brushes that you can use for your clone brush. Okay, and let's just do that. Okay, and before I do something else, I'm going to go into clones. Okay, now down here is my tool bar for my clones. Okay, and if you look right here, it has shapes. Okay, these are all my brushes I can use. I'm going to open it up, and this is, I'm set on default, and you can pick all these brushes for different types of work, and you'll be really surprised when you want to use different brushes, especially if you're doing a lot of work on the face and doing portrait stuff. You can really do some amazing things. These are all the brushes I have for this program. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what not to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go to default. Okay, so now I'm in default, and if you look right down here, I'm in default. My size for my brush is at 32, which is way too small. You can barely see it. Okay, my hardness is at 50. Okay, I'm going to increase my hardness to all the way up to 92. My steps, if you open that up, if I keep it low, it's going to be really hard. And this is really at 100% right there. My blend mode is normal. If I open that up, you can see all my different blend modes that I could use for this this brush. I'm going to keep it at normal, guys. Okay, so first thing I'm going to have to do, if you don't, okay, I'm just going to show you what not to do. I'm going to enlarge the brush so I can use it a little better. Now the brush, not bad. Okay. On Corel, you right-click the area that you want to copy. I'm going to remove this white post right here. And this is, okay, so I right-clicked, there it is, you can see it. And this is what I want to remove, so I go like that. Okay, now if you look at that, let me just get that out of there. You can see that it looks goofy. It looks goofy, okay? It doesn't match. So whenever you're working on anything or any type of editing, the first thing you do is you expand your photograph and just work on that one area, because that way you can clone the colors a lot better. So I don't like that. So whenever you don't like something, just go into Edit, Undo Clone Brush. There it is. Now, okay, that's what not to do. So as I was saying, the first thing you got to do is you got to expand. I'm at 10%. I'm going to go all the way up to 100. If I'm doing really critical work, I go way up there until you actually can see pixels. Okay, so now I'm at 100%. I'm going to bring it up. Okay, there's the top of the barn. A little grainy, but you know, it is what it is. If you bring it down, this is 100%, and it looks a little grainy, so it's a pretty good shot. I want to get rid of this telephone pole. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into my clone brush. Alright, that's fairly large. My size is really large. An important thing to do is you can see, let me just go into here so I can point my hand. Okay, you can see that this gray right here is lighter from that gray. And so if I would have just tried to eliminate this without expanding my photo, it wouldn't look good. So you have two different colors, and it's even a little darker up here compared to there. Okay, so I'm in my, let's go back to clone brush. I just wanted to show you that, guys. Back into my clone, it's a little large. So I'm going to go down to size, 86, And since, you know, I'm just eliminating this, so I don't need a big size. The smaller the size, the better the color correction is going to happen. I'm going to go down just a little bit more. Okay, I am not going to use that tool. That's the default. I'm not using it. I like Fuzz Soft, okay? So now I got Fuzz Soft. Now I got to readjust that brush. It's another brush, okay? So I'm going into a lot of different brushes. Okay, so I'm going to resize that a little bit. That's 71. Okay, so we'll leave it. So we want to get rid of this. So when you're trying to match the colors, be as close to the object that you want to remove. Now in Corel I have to right click, and that is going to be the color I'm going to replace there. And so now all I have to do is click, and with Soft Fuzz it slowly disappears until it's to your liking. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so that's gone. Okay, now instead of leaving this here, I want to get rid of this right here. I'm going to bring it down to here, right click, and that's the color I'm going to match it with. It's a little whiter here and a little darker there. So now once again, I'm moving in. Okay, and as you can see, the color is corresponding right next to it. And so I can just keep coming up, okay? And as you can see, I'll just leave that here. Right here, we have a little mess. We'll clean that up, okay? So this is the color I'm picking to replace that, okay? It looks pretty good, but let's get a little closer. All right, the closer you get to what you want to remove, the color is going to stay the same. So now I'm just going to slide it up and down, and it slowly disappears, okay? All right, so that's gone. Okay, now I have this little guy here, so right below it I'm going to right click. Okay, now that disappears. Okay, so this is the goof up, and you can also see, let's just right click, get that out of the way. It's still a little goofy right there, and I can see a little bit more shadow there, so I'm going to go like this. Okay, clean it up a little bit more. Right below I'm going to click because I see a little bit more shadow there. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I have a telephone line going right here. So I can do it a couple ways. This looks really good right here, and I can right click and grab my color from there, or I can go right above it and right click. Okay, so that's as close as my color is going to get. Okay, now I just bring it down, bring it across. Okay, that's good. Now this little thing that we goofed up, I'm going to right click right there, bring it down. As you can see, I'm always picking colors. I'm not keeping this, let's say, in one spot and trying to get rid of this telephone pole. Okay, it looks a little gray right there for me, so I'm going to go to this side. Well, you see, this is kind of hard because this is lighter, this is darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right on top. I'm going to split the difference from dark to white. Okay, oops, I might have got that. Okay, let's get as close as we can. Alright, let's see what that does. So I'll come down, and I like this tool because it slowly dissolves it, and then once you go, hey, that looks pretty good, that's pretty good then. Okay, I'm still getting a little shadow there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this side and bring it down. Okay, I'm always moving this around. Okay, so now I'm getting further down, so I'm going to bring my picture down up a little bit more. Now I'm right there. Okay, as you can see, it's whiter here, it's darker here. Okay, so let's right click right here, and now let's bring it down. As you can see, the color correction follows what you're doing, and so when it's doing that, it's really cool. Oops, it went up there, so right click, don't worry about it. Okay, alright, getting close. Now we're gonna have a little trouble down here because now we got a tree line that we have to deal with. Okay, right here, let's get rid of that. I'm gonna right click, slowly dissolve it. It's kind of cool, huh? Okay, you got to be in the right mood for editing. It's raining outside, so I'm goofing around, watching my birds. Okay, I'm slowly dissolving this. until I get down to the tree line. Okay, got a little shadow right there. I'm going to right click, get rid of it. Okay, now you see I want to go a little bit more, so I'll go right above that. Okay, so now this, okay, let's take a look. Let's bring this down a little bit more. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so I have different colors, alright? I have lots of different colors. So what do I have to do? I can try to match it up at this size, but it's not going to work well. Once again, expand. The more you expand, the better you can copy the colors right next to the object that you want to remove. Okay, so I'm going to get this right down to here. So I'm going to right click this. It's a lot of work, guys. Okay. So I always try to take the best shot in camera. Alright, if you know and you really want the shot, like I wanted this bar and I knew I was going to have to do this. Okay, so now we got this stuff right here, and we got this color that I'm going to go by. So this brush is a little big, so once again, I go to size, I bring it down. I kind of like that. Okay, this is going to be difficult, so I'm going to leave that to last. So I'm going to get this right here. Alright, so I'm going to right click. Okay, looking pretty good. Okay, I got some goofy things there, so I'm going to right click right below it. Get rid of that. Okay, right click right there. Okay, now I'm going to go in. Now I have an opening where I can go in and go all the way across. So I'm going to go right to there, and I'm going to go in and go slow, and you can work up. Okay, or work down. Okay, I goofed up right there, but I'll get it. Okay, I'm going to right click right there. I'm going to go down to the green, which is right around there, but I'm going to get rid of this white spot. And cloning's really good if you do have a distraction. You can get rid of it, because as you know, you read you're going to read a photograph left to right, up and down, and then the next thing your eye is going to do is look for the brightest spot in the photograph. Remember that when you're composing your shot. Okay, so I'm going up here. This is looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay, I added a little bit of the tree line, but it looks kind of natural. Okay, see, I'm at 200% right here. Okay, so you're not going to notice this editing effect when you bring it down to normal size. Okay, as you can see, one thing that you do have to remember. Okay, so I'm liking that. All right, I got rid of the telephone pole. So what I'm going to do before I goof it all up and my program crashes is I go into File and I hit Save. Alright, and that also refreshes your program. Okay, it gives the program a time to rest, because every move you make with the brush, okay, it's adding memory, you know, it's using the memory for the program. So you do 100 moves when you're editing and you don't save it, the program has a chance to freeze up, and when it freezes up, you lost it all. So hit Save. Know that by experience. I was working on, and we'll get into that, I was working on layers, and I put 14 photographs in one picture, and I'd work on it for hours, and I wouldn't press Save, and my program froze on me around 3 or 4 times, and I finally figured out, hey, maybe I should save it. Okay, so I got rid of that. That looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, I kind of like it. Now let's get rid of this guy. Okay, let's just go over here for the heck of it. Right click. So this is the color I'm going to impose onto this. Okay, and let's just go up. Okay, as you can see, we're working in pixels here. Okay, because it's nice and grainy now, and that's what you want to do. So now right here, I want to get rid of that. I'm going to go right below it, right click. Okay, I added a little bit more tree line, but you can't tell. Now I'm going to go down to here till I get down to the green, guys. Okay, which is right around there. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting harder. Okay, this is a toolbar that I got stuck. I don't know how to get it back up here, so I just move it. Okay, so now I got the green. So let's right click right there, and we'll get the easy stuff first. Okay, it looks pretty good. Okay, now I got a little area that I can work on, so I can right click right there and come up to the green. Oops, kind of don't like that. Okay, it won't look too bad, but what we do, if you don't like it, go to Edit, Undo Clone. Okay, let's come up here and bring it down. There we go. There we go. That's better. Ah, I like that. I like that. Okay, let's get rid of this guy since we're in that mode. Okay, that's pretty good. This is going to be tricky right over here. Okay, okay. That little white spot there, it's going to distract the eye, believe me. So let's just go right here and just click on it. There. Take care of that. It looks like it looks bad right there, but once again, you have to remember we're in 200% zoom. You're not going to notice that. Okay, we're going to zoom down a little bit more. Okay, this is a parallel or horizontal line. That's going to look real weird if we push it up here, unless we move all of it up, because all of a sudden it's just going to look weird. So we're going to have to copy from right here. Okay, you see that little spot that looks weird? Okay, yeah, I don't like that little spot, but we're just going to go for it. Okay, I'm going to expand a little bit more, guys. Okay, alright, now you can see the pixels. Okay, so I'm going to start on this side. Still don't like that little spot. I'm going to start on that side. Going to go like this. Okay, I'm copying the colors right next to it. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's go to this side. You see, because I'm blending both darknesses or brightnesses from both sides. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Done. Let's come over here. Hey, look, we got more. It takes forever. Okay, so always remember, do it in camera. Okay, I like that. So what I've expanded, I'm up to 500%. Okay, I'm at 500% getting rid of these stupid little posts. Alright, it looks like it's the same, but actually when you get it down to normal, it's going to look pretty awesome. Okay, hi, let's get this other guy. I don't like that dark spot, because that dark spot, if I clone right there, or take that color correction right there, what's going to happen, it's going to be all the way up. So I am going to go to this side, and that's the color that I'm going to replace this post with. Okay. Okay, it's going to be hard because we got some blue, and I don't like, well, this is when it gets real tricky. Now I'm just going to, I don't want that blue. Okay, so I'm going to go down on my size a little bit. Not 1. Let's go to not 40. Okay, you can go down here and, you know, okay, let's see what's 30. No. Okay, so I'm going to be around 20. I'm going to be less than 20. There we go, that's what I want. Okay, right click there, and I'll get rid of that. Okay, it's going to match pretty good if I bring it into there. Okay, now I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to bring that like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is where you leave it in one spot. You see, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same, and that's the same. So I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm just going to barely bring that in. Okay, I kind of like that. Alright, now let's go back down to here. Let's push this color into this space right here. We're not going to do this today. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. And we'll push that color in there. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's push it in here. Alright. Okay, so as you can see, is it perfect? No. Will it look good? Let's see. Let's bring it down. Okay, we're at 500%. Oops. Okay, let's bring this down. Okay, that's what it looks like. Can you see the telephone pole? That's, you printed, a 16 by 20, you're not going to see any of that work. So there, the telephone pole is gone. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Okay, wow, I might see a little bit right there. Let's expand it. We might have missed one. Okay. Nope, we didn't. Now you can start seeing that there's some sameness right there. I might have missed a little bit right there, so let's just expand, see what we got. Oops, sorry, press something wrong. Okay, expand. Okay, yeah, right there. You see, this is where we worked that was going to be tough. I could probably move this color to cover that, so let's just do that. And that'll look better. Once again, I'm at 400%. I'm always working real large, so you can't really tell once it's done. Okay, let's slide it over. Slide it up to where we want it. Okay, there's those guys. Okay, so I'm there, so once again I have to go back into the clone brush. Clone brush. Okay, I like that size is a little too large, so I'm going to go into here. I'm going to size it down. Alright, let's work with that. Now it's getting really, really difficult. We want to get rid of that dark because we can see it, a little bit. Okay, let's just go over here. I'm going to go right there because that's a good match. Bring in a little green. Okay. We're probably on, let's see. As you can see, we're just working at a couple, probably around 30 pixels at a time, guys. Okay, I want to replace that with the blue. Okay. Alright, that's gonna, okay, and so I did notice, sorry, I did notice that this was kind of goofy right here. Let's try to get rid of some of that. I'm keeping it over there because I want to put the green into here. Getting a little better. Now let's put some right there. Get rid of that darkness. It's weird, isn't it, what the eye sees? Okay. I know this is long, but this is what happens when you put a telephone pole in your picture. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. Sort of like painting now. You want to get rid of the dark. Okay, so alright, we did a little better. Now let's bring this toolbar down. I don't know how to put that toolbar, get back in the toolbars. Now let's bring it back all the way. Okay, I'm at 150. Okay, I am at 80%. This is looking pretty good. Still a couple little dark spots right there, but we're just gonna, you can keep working and working. Getting rid of these if we want to, we can do that too. We're gonna bring it down. Oops, brought it up, sorry. Okay, that is it, guys. Let's get to the final picture. Bingo! And there is no telephone pole in the picture. Okay, that's using Corel. As you can see, it's very, very time consuming. Compose your shot better. If you can get the telephone pole out, get the telephone pole out. If you can't and you still like the shot, great. You're going to have to do some editing. That took it took several minutes, maybe 20. Okay, as you can see, I still got these white things. I'll leave those in. That's a simple fix. Okay, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll do one.